your boy on JJ Stone, aka Doctor.
James W. Woodson Jr., aka J Glock, baby.
Hey Jay, man, you know what I've been hearing in the streets, yo?
What's that?
It's hard being white in America, yo. It is hard being white in America. Okay? Now, I told you about my conversation with my friend having a problem because, she goes to Blogging While Brown and blog her or any kind of events like that. Like, not even her, but people that do that. I'm not against going myself per se. I just have a problem with what happens at a lot of those places. Now, it's not all of them, and it's not everybody. But, when certain people say, oh, well, this internet market space is dominated by white men, and then a whole bunch of women go together and cackle and talk about how white men run everything, that doesn't seem to be progressing the situation.
No, it's not.
Now, I understand the point of getting empowered, being around other women and feeling comfortable, and now you can feel comfortable. It's just like, going to speak. But I don't, I don't think of saying I'm going to go speak to black people because I feel comfortable talking to black people. I think I feel comfortable talking to a small group. I'm going to go talk to a small group first.
Yeah, when you start throwing that color game around, it's a problem to me when you start throwing the color game around. A lot of people don't feel that way. But as soon as you eliminate a lot of people wanting to come or feeling welcome, as soon as you attach a color to it.
Yeah. How many, well, she said, well, there are white people at the Blogging While Brown. I was like, well, how many white people like black people or like some of the bloggers that blog brown, but wouldn't go because of the title of the name and the connotation? When you look on the website and you see nothing but black people, I didn't see one white person sitting in any of the pictures in those events. So when she says, well, you didn't go, you didn't see the event. Well, I went to the website, this is what they were promoting. If I'm a white person, I see that, I'm not going to think, hey, I can go there. So, and let's both be clear, we are both angry African-American males in this country. You know what I mean? We do get mad when we're supposed to get mad. But at the same time, we're both involved with white women. And we have mixed children. So all my rabble about black and white is that it is messed up still. And I hope in 15, 20 years it won't matter. Because I make...
yeah, I hope so too. But damn. It's just, like I said, that whole color thing, you continuously separate. I mean, I understand, people are comfortable being in their race and this, that, and the third, but, as soon as you do that, you make other people not feel welcome. And that takes us back to when black people didn't feel welcome in America, period. We were always not allowed to do stuff. Or told, don't show up here, or don't come here, and blah, 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 black only, white only. That's what it essentially is.
Because even like the blog, okay, so I'm going to speak at a women's luncheon thing or whatever about video. And even that was, the person hosting it, my friend Ann, was like, I'm looking for some women speakers, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, I'm tired of all this women stuff, And she reached out to me and said, oh, do you want to come do it? I'd love to have you there, So she didn't have a woman's barrier, even though it's titled a woman's event. But a lot of people do have that barrier. And the biggest problem is that if the thing with the pool that made national news, right? Because apparently blacks weren't allowed in the pool and the whites didn't feel comfortable with it, right?
Yep.
If a white person started an event today that said blogging while white, this country would be in a fucking uproar. Black people would go through the roof.
Yeah, it would be a problem.
Even blogging while a man. Man's blog. Men only. You're sexist.
Yeah.
If you're a white man, you're screwed. You can't. It's funny to say that, but we had the conversation. Our friend Bob, he was talking. He does inner city work with African American Spanish, all that kind of stuff, and he was telling us a story. And he said African American, and Jay, you got upset, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you got upset. You left. And when you left, No, he wasn't even talking about you. He's talking about kids. He was talking about helping kids. Jay got up in the middle of the conversation and walked away. Now, Bob's very fortuitous, so he noticed that he got up after he said African American. So he's like, Jay, me saying African American, did that bother you? I said, yeah, he don't like African American. And he's like, what am I supposed to say? He's like, I like being called black. And Bob was right. He's like, what am I supposed to say? If I say black, I'm wrong. If I say African American, I'm wrong. Yeah. He didn't know what to say. And two other white guys came into the store. We asked them. They're like, I don't want to get involved in this conversation. Remember?
Yeah, they shut it down.
Remember, dude's like, I don't want you to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, he said, I'm not talking about that.
Because it's just an awkward situation to be in. So, I understand niches. I understand finding your group. I understand finding blah, blah, blah. But sometimes it just bothers me because I'm like, well, I just wish it was a technology event. Call it Pretty in Pink or something. Don't call it a woman's thing. Call it like blogging about sheets or thread count. Something guys don't give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? But if some dudes did care about it, they could go. But like when you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. He said sheets.
I'm trying to think of something women exclusively like, and my brain froze. I can't even. What do women exclusively like?
I don't know, man. Just
Blogging while holding a baby breastfeeding at 2 a.m. event.
Oh, no. They have to do something with something associated with mothers or something, or I don't know.
Blogging while wearing pink and shopping on Rodeo Drive. Some gay guys will show up for that too.
Yeah. Oh, they be there in the house too.
In a heartbeat, So, it was just funny because I was telling her, she said, I like meeting authentic people. And the way it sounds like, okay, so you meet authentic people at Brown events and that event. And she goes to other events too, so I don't want to say that, but it just irks me because I'm like, you don't see my point of view. I understand women not want to be around dudes. Men are crass and ignorant and all that stuff, right? So, it feels good to be a woman and go talk around other women. You can talk about your period and your pantyhose and stuff and not feel like some dude's looking at you or staring or being abrasive or aggressive. That feels good. At the same time, I was reading event stuff where women were trampling each other to get swag bags. To get a free cable jumper for their car from Michelin Tires.
Some Walmart shit.
Yeah, women going crazy over some free stuff. So, and I was talking to a woman the other day, and she went off on me. I was just telling her about how rude guys are. We did that show about how stupid men are. We never posted it, but she went off on me. She's like, well, if these women walked around and like they had some respect and kept their titties tucked in, maybe dudes wouldn't be trying to ask them out and try and mess with them and stuff like that. These women got their pictures out there with their stuff all served up. No wonder. They deserve what they get. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She's like, no. She's like, you can look respectable, but women always want to go to the pushing the boobs up and then get mad with somebody looking at them. You walking out, got them flipped out of your shirt, and then some guy says, nice rack, and you want to smack him in the face. Well, what'd you put him out there for? So she set me straight. She's like, some women deserve what they get. I was like, all right, we'll call it 50-50 and see what happens. But yeah, I just don't like certain niches. Do you have anything you want to end on about black, white, race, color?
Oh, you know what? This could go on for freaking weeks, and days.
Yeah.
I just think that a lot of people just like to be around. I guess lack of a better term, I would say their own kind, their own race. I don't know. People feel a lot more comfortable. But you know what? You can't get nowhere like that.
No.
Period.
I'm gonna keep it like this. At some point, I just want to be part of the human race. My daughter is half white, and I like white people. So, I'm your boy JJ Stone, aka OHDOCTAH.
James W. Woodson Jr., aka J Block.
That's right, player.
And you kids, the pistols are wrong.
Right? Being white in America, it's rough.